What's up guys, we're here in the garage again. In my last video I said I wanted to make another short video talking about my plans for the engine. If you remember, I said I had a spun rod bearing, so I have a couple options. Right here I have the oil filter that came out of it. Let's see if you can see the so here's the oil filter that came out, and if we tilt it back you can see some junk down in there, metal shavings. So that's just what's in the oil filter. I didn't see a whole lot in the pan when it was drained. I'm hoping maybe the oil filter caught a lot, and the big thing I'm concerned about is that my cam and lifters are still good, because I don't have money for a new cam and lifters. So for engines, I actually picked up last week on Monday, I picked up this 2008, I think it's a LY5, it's an iron block 5.3. It had a failed lifter. One of these two down here are the ones that failed, so this will need cam and lifters. Obviously I'm going to get rid of the DOD stuff if I do anything with it. And then you guys, once I picked up this short block, a lot of the guys on the Caprice page were telling me that I won't be able to use my stock heads off of this. So I got back on Facebook Marketplace and started looking, and I found this 2012. I picked this short block up for $300. And then I found this 2012 LC9. Yeah, it's an LC9, so it's out of a 2008 Sierra 5.3 liter. And this one I picked up for $250, and it came with 243 heads, and it has the intake, injectors, fuel rail, and everything on it. So what a lot of you guys were telling me is that I'll be able to sell this intake and this fuel rail and injectors and everything for a couple $100. So I think what my plan is, I'm going to use this block. This block had 170,000 miles on it. This one here had 200,000. This is the aluminum block. That's the iron block. The guy that I got this one from, he actually pulled it out of his own truck. He said that it was running good, but you could hear the lifter, and every once in a while it would misfire. So he said it was still running good when he pulled it out, and he was still driving it, but he didn't want to let it keep going like that, so he bought a new motor for it. So this has the 243 heads, which I'm told is what I need. And I think if I can sell this intake with the injectors and the fuel rail and everything, then I'll probably use the money from that to buy the ICT Billet Cathedral port to square port adapter. That way I'll be able to use my stock intake and throttle body and everything off of this engine. A lot of you guys were telling me I needed to buy the LS2 intake or LS6 intake. I'm trying to spend as little money as I have to, so I could, if I could sell that, I could buy a LS2 intake, I guess, but I think it'd be easier for me to just buy those adapters and then just use what I have here. Also, last night I picked up this lift plate, so I like it, it looks good. There's a guy local to me that was making these on Facebook and selling them, so I got this for $40. I'm sure it's gonna help a lot. I need to pick up a new cylinder for my engine hoist, because my engine hoist cylinder will only lift up part way, so I'm just gonna go buy a new one from Harbor Freight. And then hopefully tomorrow or Monday, I'm gonna start tearing this thing out. I don't know if I wanna just pull the engine alone, or if it'll be easier to pull the engine and transmission all as one, so trying to do my research, figure out what's easiest. I also don't know if I'm going to need to pull the core support and bumper and everything off, or if I can just unhook the engine and just come up and out. So again, back to the cam. I have the BTR Stage 2 turbo cam in the engine now, and I have the LS7 Lifters. I really hope that they are still good because I spent a lot of money. Well, I actually got the cam as a gift. My family came together and bought it for me, which is great, but I can't afford to buy another one. And I can't afford to buy the LS7 Lifters again. I know the lifters are pretty cheap, but the cam's not. So I really hope they're in good shape. Maybe I'll be able to take the cam to a machine shop and get it polished or whatever. But if it's not good, then probably gonna really put a damper on things. I'm gonna have to probably wait a little bit before I get a cam for it. I have this Iron Block 5.3 for sale right now. I posted it for 500, but if you see this video and you like came and you offered me like 300 bucks, I'd probably take it because that's what I paid for it. So if I could just get my money back on it, I'd be happy with that. If not, I'll keep it and I'll use it as a spare. I'm sure I'll end up blowing up the other one eventually anyways, because I don't know what I'm doing, so probably gonna happen. So one more thing, there's a lot of people asking me why I'm not just like rebuilding the 6.0, which I do plan on rebuilding the 6.0. Once I get one of these 5.3s in, I'm gonna pull the 6.0 and have it on the stand and slowly over time rebuild it as I get the money. But the reason I'm not buying a new 6.0 is because they're expensive and I can't afford one of those right now. So there's a lot of people like on the pages like, well, why aren't you just buying a new motor? Why don't you buy a 6.0, buy this, buy that? Like, I don't have money for that, okay? Look, I paid $300 for this short block. I paid $250 for that one. That's like, these are in my budget. This is like the top of my budget, okay? So I'm not gonna go spend $2 grand on a new motor when I'm just gonna boost it and probably end up blowing it up anyways. And these are probably better motors for the boost. So these are what I'm gonna go with. I really do appreciate everyone's feedback. So another thing I'm excited about having this second engine with complete heads, intake, and valve covers and all that is I'll have a second passenger side valve cover with the oil fill. And what I'm happy about for that is I have this piece that will screw into where the oil cap goes. So I'll take this whole tube off here and this will screw in there. And I plan on running this to my catch can. And once I get, I'll get another one of these and have this valve cover on the driver's side, and then I have my passenger valve cover already in here. So I'll be able to have two of the, I think these are AN10. So I'll have two of the AN10 lines going to my catch can, so we'll go ahead and pull that off. That just comes right off like that. And then this piece just screws, so that just screws right in there like that. And I'm gonna run that to my catch can, which is right here. This is the catch can I have. It's a K motor. I bought this one because I really like the drain that it has on it. It's still in the box, but it has a really nice valve on it, and it came with the breather and everything. So I bought the K motor catch can. I thought it was kind of funny that I ended up buying a K motor catch can for my LS car, and then I have a K series outside. Yeah, so that's gonna be all for today. Like I said, I just wanted to have a quick video explaining what my plans are for the engines going in here. Should be able to start getting some of this work done soon, and please like, subscribe, and follow along. Thank you.